Welcome. Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing today? I hope, yes, everyone should be able to hear me. It should all be good. A little bit of a different layout on the screen today, as it is World Series of Trading. I have got it set up so I can display my positions at the bottom of the screen if I do take any positions during the stream. This also means that I can keep my own trading setup, my own screen, nice and wide, which is how I like it, so it's not all squashed onto one view for you. So there's a little bit at the bottom there, which is blank at the moment because I'm not currently in a position. However, we have come down into quite a nice area. I was in the short from the daily level, so I was in that short position. I'm now just waiting because this is just a bit of a grind down. So I've just been watching on basically the 1 minute time frames just to see if there's any way into a long, because I did close my short. As you can see, there's no position currently open on here. I haven't yet taken any long positions from this. I did take a scalp long off of like a non-competition account around VWAP, but going back onto the competition account, being a little bit safe, just taking it easy, because this first day or two of trading is going to be, there's going to be some weirdness. All right, there will definitely be some weirdness. I'm considering, as we are live, I'm considering going into a little long here though, because we have come down to the 618. We do seem to have found some absorption, and we've had a decent reaction off of the low. So we did have a reasonably okay spike in volume down there. We're also seeing the SPX bouncing. So if I can get in here at limit with an invalidation at the low, possibly. I'm still not feeling it yet because we are still grinding down. I'd like to see a bit more of a change of market structure, maybe get above this 50 EMA before I personally would want to get into a long position at the moment. Because right now, I mean, very, very simply, we're in this local downtrend, and it was a very, very simple short to get into earlier on. So anyone who has taken that short position so far, decent profit. Okay, I hope no one's been longing into this whole dip down. The only thing that we did have, which is still just about within tolerance, is VWAP. So of course we did come into VWAP here. My tolerance for any kind of VWAP trade is 0.5%. So if we look at where VWAP was, we're right on the edge of that. So we're just about close enough to VWAP at the moment to still claw that back, and to get that back. Maybe if we can do something like this, get a bit of a local change of market structure in here, then possibly around this kind of region I'd look to get a long in. So we're still there. We're within reach of VWAP at the moment. What you don't want to see is it start to come down and act as resistance. So what's very clear at the moment, if we do come into VWAP, that's going to get a rejection, and at that point maybe there could be a long position to be taken, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, this is how I'm going to do things on these streams. I am going to, let me just turn this chat box off. No one needs the chat box here. I don't know what to do about this little section at the bottom, because I want to keep this, obviously I want to keep that wide because that is everything that I use to trade off of, and I want that full screen for myself, which means it's a bit squashed for you guys. But hey, it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, we're just gonna continue to watch this for now. That was actually a pretty good region to get into a scalp long that we just had down there. I'm a little bit slow at the moment just because I'm getting a feel. It is a Monday, well, afternoon now. We are coming into New York session. I want to get a feel for where we're going to be as we do come into New York. But yeah, as I just said, as a little scalpy trade from that, as a decent reaction off of the lows, and now we've got this little change of market structure, there could be something to look at. But for me, I want to get back through that VWAP. I want to see that reclaimed And then I can start to look for some long positions. Even if it is back below, I just want to see that there's a bit of intent to get back above here. All right. Who's in here? Eric, Hristo, Mido, MM, Evalo, Notorious POP, Delirium. There we go. Through the VWAP. This is what I want to see. Hershey, Ollie, Dan, Mark. All right. This would have literally been a take profit for that long. So if you were long, this is the trade I probably would have taken if I wasn't literally just going live, is from this golden pocket region. This is the 618 to the 786 up into the 0.15. And that would have given not really enough for a scalp. It's very, very narrow ranges right now. I still want that 0.5% off of everything. Is it me or is Luke very still? I'm not, yeah. I'll move around a bit more, then I won't be so still. Cool. So, a little bit of analysis. What I have been looking for, and if I wanted to get in again to another long position, I would have liked to see price come down a little bit lower into the 786 here, because we've got some decent volume, and this basically acting as a little OB that hasn't yet been fully back tested. But yeah, we'll see. Kind of. I can't remove the delay. It's just YouTube. And if you're hearing noise in the background, that is because I have a fan running because it's very hot in here. But we're all okay, right? Everyone can hear me clearly enough? Hopefully. Hopefully everyone can hear me clearly enough. So, plan moving forward. Now that we've actually had that nice reaction that is what we wanted to see. Looking for something like this, and that's when I get back into a long position. Just to trade that up, because we've got an invalidation set now. So if we can get something along these lines just coming in, let's get a move up. Let's come back in to the 618, and then let's try and target some of these highs. We want to basically get a long position from here if the market will give it to us. Now we've got our invalidation. Trade it up into here. We had the 618, that's fine. This is what we're looking for. Which is very similar to what we did up at the top, right? You want to see this initial reaction, and then you want to get in once the market's given you an invalidation. Do I go long off 1 minute? No. This is so weird doing live streaming and trading at the same time, because I got to think about everything myself. I'm just going to test this out because it is just a little stream account. So I'm just going to do a 0.1. If I can get in at the limit here. I'll do a 0.1 Bitcoin buy. So now you see my position. Look at the fees, man, ridiculous. Let's just set this. I'll explain the rules that I've got for myself in just a minute as well. So I have a stop loss set just below the low because I am looking at just a very, very local change of market structure. I'm going to bring this stop loss into here. We're just playing at the moment. We're just warming up. There you go. Hump my stops, everybody. So we are long from here. Realistically, right now, I'm just looking up here. There's not much more than that. A little local change of market structure. We're through the worst of this. We broke that little bit of a downtrend. But we are still in a larger downtrend, and we do have to be aware of that. I haven't been checking the order flow of this. This is so weird having to talk and trade at the same time. Where is my screen? Back onto so I can see the chat. There we go. And of course, if everyone can smash up the likes, that would be great. Please do hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And yeah, we will continue. Also, if anyone wants any more information, does everyone here know what it is we're doing? Why I am, for the first time ever, showing some positions on my screen, doing some live trading, and tiny positions right now because we're still warming up, but everyone knows what the World Series of Trading is, right? If anyone wants any more information on it, if anyone would like to take part in it, please do ask in the chat and I will post a bunch of things in there. We also do have the New York Open happening in 15 minutes, so we are going to monitor that as we do go into there. So far, this is just such a stupid trade, but who cares? I was waiting for lower, and if we go lower now, it's going to be annoying because that's going to show my first loss, be my first loser of the day. I've had one winner, one nice short from here. I should show account balance as well, I guess, for these things, but it's all good. Jay, my long will be below your stop. That is what I would usually do. If I was watching anybody doing this, I would totally target their stop losses. The Bybit screen is not moving. It's maybe because I think maybe I have to click back onto it. If I go here, where is my Bybit screen? Yeah, now there we go. It's showing us a little bit of a loss now. Remember, guys, this is a test trade. It is only 0.1 BTC. I have set a very hard stop loss. We will do the serious trades once we get to actual better levels. I need to figure out a way to get this Bybit screen to stay. Still want lower, really, for an actual proper trade. Let's make sure I'm all set up. Yes, yes. In case I've opened a short. Nice. This is going to be fun. This is going to be so much fun actually streaming this. Everyone's just going to counter trade me. To be honest, it's really not. Yeah, this is looking pretty poor. Khaled, how's your position value 2k when your margin is only 213 and only 4.2 leverage? So, okay, let me just explain for anyone who is watching. Basically what I'm doing, so we are, it's starting as a $500 account. Okay, so we've got a $500 account. That is what is the minimum equity for WSOT. Okay, I've got that from the short position. I made about $25 off of the short earlier on. So now I'm going basically whole account 10x leverage. Or that's what I have been doing. That's what I was doing earlier on. So I was whole account 10x. On this occasion, just because this is the first one I'm testing for the stream, I'm doing 0.1 BTC, which would be, we're at 21k, so that would be about 2k volume, right? So yeah, I'm normally going 10x full account, which is roughly 0.22 something. I'm on cross leverage for now, yes. But yeah, I've got it calculated basically to do 10x. The way that I am doing this and the way that I will be doing this on the stream, and this is something that I want to just do as it is a bit of a trial. Okay, this is just a bit of fun for the stream. I do have, this isn't my main account. This is just a competition account that I will be using whilst I'm trading. Basically, the rules that I have for this are, and this is what I'll be doing on all my normal trades, is 10x full account. Okay, I will be doing a 0.5% maximum stop loss, or 0.5% hard stop, which will be 5% risk per trade. Okay, So then I am doing a 1% hard take profit, which gives me a 10% reward per trade. This is how I have set it up myself to start this all off. I will be changing this up. It's just for now, to get into competition mode, to do all of those kind of things. This is how I've got it set. That is what I'm using. So I will be going 10x, and the whole account is $500, which means that it will be 5k per trade, basically. I've just got a phone call. Hold on, guys. Bear with me 1 second. Be right back, everybody. Hold on. I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back before the New York Open, so hold on just a moment. Hello, I'm back. Okay. I don't need that there anymore. Greg, Bybit is calling. They're not happy with the amount of plebs opening new accounts. I would imagine they would be very happy with the amount of plebs making new accounts. I would imagine they will be absolutely ecstatic, because if they can liquidate everyone in the process of this competition, they will be making a lot of money, and they will be very, very happy with that. So yeah, I would imagine they'll be completely fine. I don't know why this freezes. Basically I need another screen, don't I? Because every time I minimize this account, it stops working, but I need it like this. Unless I do this, pop out chat, hide this, do this. Is this going to stay the same? Can I move this across? Do something along these lines? No, that's not going to work. Okay. Martin, I will be using isolated. I will be. At the moment, I just don't have it set on there at the moment. So for the way that I'm going to start trading this, I will be using isolated, because then it just calculates the position for me. It'll be nice and easy. So yes, I will be doing that. For now, because this is more of just a test one, just to see if it all worked on the stream and to see if everyone could see, I've just done a 0.1 cross. I'll just shift that into isolated now, actually. There we go. That's more like it. So we are now back onto isolated. Thoughts on CME dumping from London sessions? Yeah, I mean, well, we've got New York open now, so let's go and have a look. So we are quickly going to just pop over to here. Just have a look at the SPX, which has gapped up. I don't really want to be in a long position after we've gapped up. It's not exactly the way that you should be trading. So I am in a long position, and we have gapped up on the day. Not great, to be honest. I think I will close out of this fairly quickly. We do have SPX. What is this doing up here? Oh, this is my little thingy-majiggy. There we go. We do have SPX at VWAP as well. It's okay. For now. But yeah, I really don't want to be in a position after a gap up. We're coming back down again. I should have just closed out of that, because we are going to dump now. Probably. Let's just get it into a take profit, and then I'll just close out of this. Test trade, done. And then we'll wait for the proper stuff. Otherwise, I'll just let it hit the stop loss and we're fine. Stop loss is just down here. It's only a tiny trade. Live streaming this is so awkward because there's windows and things everywhere. There we go. And stopped. Trade number one, stop loss hit. That was obviously going to happen. All right, now let's see what we can actually get as a proper trade. Now we're going to go follow the rules for the rest. And we have just come up into the area that I wanted to take a trade from in the first place. And because I'm streaming and because I've got all my accounts like this, then I can't. This is so crazy. I can't because I've lost my... Here we go. So the actual trade I wanted to get, which is here, has just been hit. Into daily open. We'll see if we can get a bit of a retrace, getting a limit on this. Got SPX over here. Still calls coming into its gap about soon. There we go. Access at the lows. Drop and open interest. I'm not going to get in just yet. But there's your daily open. Now you can just have an invalidation below these lows, which is okay. I really want to be going with the trend here. But I did close out the short. There's not a short to be taken here. I'm not seeing anything too much yet. I want to see some shorts coming in. That's looking okay. This is on trend rev. I don't want this on trend rev. I just want this on a 1 minute. This is also broken. Am I dumb? I should have just continued holding that short position. That is gap fill now done on the S&P. We have hit into a nice area. Oh man. This needs to come over here. Ross, could you explain for a newer trader why gapping up is a bad thing, please? If you've gapped up, then you've got a massive inefficiency below that the market's going to go and look for, basically. So the market will go and take out, or will aim for that gap. You can see it here, okay? Oh, this thing's so stupid. I don't need to do the percentages. We can remove that. That's an old one. But you can see how, as we opened, I'll remove this. Here's your gap, basically. That was the open. You gap up here, you've got a big inefficiency below, so you're going to come through and take that. SPX has taken these lows. Could be a decent SFP. I can't talk through and trade at the same time. I'm too like, ah. Taking out daily open. Once again, I cannot see the chat. I need to just close this screen because I can't see shit. All right. I'm just going to go talking about stuff now. I have too many screens open. I need to close this one. I need to close this one. That's better. So at this stage I am going to get in on a long position. Again, as a trade one. Because SPX has just taken out the weekly. Bitcoin has a SFP of the daily level. It has... That was the low, man. I can't do this and stream at the same time. I don't know how all these other people do it. Because now I can't see the chat again. Right, let's just do this. All right. I know I need to get my thingy-majiggy. Here, let's go once more. Let's go DJ mode. Previous day low. Take that out. What is going on with all these screens? Am I in a, what? Am I in a position again? Oh my god, I can't do this and stream at the same time. I need to remove this so that then I can just do this and then I can do this. And then what I will do... Craig, why does it say demo account? I can assure you it is not. Although it is the tiniest little account in the world, so it's okay. Next thing for a liquidation. Why did I not just hold my short? That would have been much nicer. All right, we're going to go over onto this. And we are going to look at... Let's do some CST. I'm not in the trade anymore, by the way. Because that just was not good at all. Too many screens open. Christo, I have been in a short. I am not holding that anymore. This is good. Now I know how all the people who are like proper with the positions on here, it's crazy. Stopped out at the first long of the competition. I still had that short from here earlier on. But annoyingly was closed out of that VWAP. So it's one of those, when you're trying to just flip it and you're trying to do those high frequency trades, it just becomes a little bit, sometimes you just get trapped on those. But yeah, I stopped out of one, and that's okay. So no longer in a position. I am now looking for... Wow. Voyager just issued a notice of default to 3 Hours Capital on a loan of 15,000 Bitcoin. So I'd imagine the market is panicking a little bit because of that. Let's go and have a look at the SPX again. Still coming down. So EMAs, I don't like EMAs. We do have to be aware that there is a much bigger target on the SPX as well. So if we are looking at a bigger move down here, which is certainly possible, then we do have to be aware that there is this gap down here on the SPX. CVD divergence. I do not think so right now, no. What low are we looking at? Because this will be from quite a way back. I mean, we've taken out most of last week's range right now. What we would look at... It's going to bring CVD up on here. I don't need that. Right. Let's open up some of these. So we do have the weekly level. That was previous week. So I need to change these up because we are now in a new week. Clearly. So we've got previous week POC coming down here at 20,500. Everyone's shouting 19k. We're not going to get that yet. There'll be opportunities before then. Basically what I'm looking at now is probably the daily and the previous week point of control. So we do have the daily POC 20,000, around that 20,500 region would start to look very, very nice. So if you are in short positions, that is what I would be going for right now. I opened a long at the VWAP with a tight stop. We're way past the VWAP though. What do you... I don't understand what you're saying. Unless is this the anchored VWAP from the low? Because we can't have a weekly VWAP. I don't know. So this will be different depending on tick size. That's USDT. We need to go inverse on here. Getting a little bit of a reaction from the SPX now. And if you're trading these VWAP bands, which are quite nice, then we can be looking at those. Where is that on Bitcoin? .5. Okay. Mr. Fry, I would agree. So we do still have, basically, we're still looking at this little bit of a range up at the highs, but we've got to be aware that there is this liquidity lower, and this is what we've been looking for a long time. So if there's some kind of swing trade stuff that we can be aiming for, that 19k is a massive level. Okay, so what we do have there, that golden pocket, that daily level, still untapped. So if we are going to go for a bigger move with basically everything that's going on with equities, with the gaps that we do have lower down there. So if we just go, let's go top down, and we'll just start to so we don't print red dildo straight down to 19.5 though. No, it's unlikely. But again, what we do have to be aware of, I'd say this daily MPOC, 20,400, 20,500 would be a really nice level for today. So if we can get a move down to there, 4-hour chart, we do have these 4-hour lows, we do have this golden pocket region, we do have that daily MPOC, we do have the anchored VWAP from the low. So that for myself would be a pretty major target to the downside. So if we can get a move down there, today, I think that would be enough to get a pretty decent bounce. Overall, then of course we have changed market structure on the higher time frame, so we would be looking for a little bit lower. So that does lead us to the bigger stuff, which is down here, looking at, yeah, basically 19k. So if we can take out some of the lows that we have down here from a daily perspective, okay, these are the important levels. So let's just zoom back in on the chart. The important levels that we have on here, head and shoulders formed on ETH. We'll have a look at ETH in a moment. I bet there's been so many liquidations off of this already. Who's still chilling in the short position from earlier? Because that was such a nice short. Just, why did I close that? Let's bring this back in, and there we go. Now I can see better. Now I have this set up how I'm used to it. The trades you opened to counter trade me, nice. I should have just counter traded myself. Why did I do a test run as a long position when I was looking for shorts anyway? This also brings us nicely down here. Yes. Okay. Whoa. Maybe it's a bit bigger. Here we go. Mr. Fry, no you did not. Isn't there a naked weekly at 20,567? Yes. Yes, there is. I think what I would be looking at... That's monthly. Well, so yeah, we do have the previous week open down there. I don't think that's particularly significant right now. That's not something I will be... Well, I mean, if we get a bounce from there, I mean, fair enough. But I'm looking a little bit lower still. And then we can actually get started. So we're coming into that weekly level now. I'm going to keep that as this. Whoops. Yeah, for myself, I'm looking for this. Even now. We need to extend that along because today opened here. 1 a.m. I'm just going to go back onto SPX and show you guys something as well, because this is quite interesting. So from the VWAP, and this has been playing really nicely. So this again is one of the things that we've been or one of the ways that I'm going to be trading this when we have a little bit less volatility in the market is just these VWAP bands. And for SPX coming in and out of VWAP like it has been today has been really, really good. So you can just, coming back into VWAP here on S&P, I would imagine there'll be some kind of retrace from here. Age of PC. How do I add all previous weekly, monthly POC and POC on EXO? Does it have to be manually by looking at CPO? Or so the way I've got this, I've got a template which is just a volume profile, right? And I'm loading that back 3 years. So I've got, well, as much data as you can possibly get. So I've got this as a 3-year chart on here. So this is giving me all of the data. Now this is the BTC USD pair on Bybit. So obviously that only started trading December 2 years ago. So that's only as far back as that goes. Basically, yeah, that's how you can get it all. And then from there, I'm just using a volume profile, using it on a weekly time frame. And that's that, basically. We hit the golden pocket on inverse. Oh, just... I mean, yeah. Kind of not. Still a little bit further to go. What is going on? I've got another chart by the side of me here, which is completely wrong. Because we came down to... There we go. That's better. All right. Have I frozen? Or is this just because I'm not... Okay, I'm fine. I think. Stream seems weird. Moon Shadow, yes. 190. Is there really 192 watching right now? 84 likes. Smash those likes, yes. I am missing the volatility. I had one trade that got stopped out, and I've missed everything else. So yeah, it's really difficult to trade and stream at the same time. So I will be doing my trading outside of streaming, I think, unless it's of course a trading room within the crew stuff where it's a little bit easier because I don't have to worry about people trolling all the time in the chat. And then I get distracted easily. So when it's just me in a trading room, it's okay. But yeah, on a stream, basically impossible because I've got so many windows open and not enough screens. BTC just bounced from the value area high of that small range. Yeah. Touch range POC on your pool. So if we're going to go from the lows down here, we're a little bit lower. I mean, I'm trying to do this on the USDT perpetual. So this point of control, if we can get a little bit further down, would be a really good area to look for some kind of, because at this stage it's not a swing, but you could be looking at least, I mean, you've got to wait for a change of market structure, ideally from this, because shorts still clearly in control. But yeah, since the New York Open, it is just insane. It's just like New York market opens and we are down 3.5%, and we're still within the initial balance of the New York session. We've not even traded an hour of New York yet. So we've got a really wide initial balance. Wherever that's going to take us is going to lead us, what is quite likely, into a range afterwards. So I do think we can be looking for long positions, at least to kind of get the rest of this day going. But yeah, man, beyond that is like, yeah. Oh, this is bright. Cool. You pulled it from 19k up. Yeah, I mean, that's where... Yeah, we're close enough. Stephen T, no, I am not using that right now. I will only be using that in stable conditions. So at the moment, because the whole strategy, this was always likely to happen early on in the competition, which is why I like preserve capital early on, because things will be pretty wild. We're going to get a lot more volume than we would usually be getting in the market over the next day or so. So wait until things settle down, then you can start to get into a rhythm with things. Because what I was looking for from as actually trading this properly was to be basically doing the 5-minute time frame, trading the ranges, and then just going for those kind of more slow and steady trends that we kind of can get from that. So you're looking at the higher time frame ranges, but basically just very similar stuff to what we had last week, where we just have this meandering around. Even over the weekend, okay, this was quite nice price action to trade. At the moment, we are very, like, this is very impulsive. So the best thing at the moment, unless of course, which I should have been in, because this was always quite likely, unless of course you were short from that daily level, which is exactly where we were taking the shorts from earlier on. You had the confluence there, daily level, golden pocket, right? And you could project that down basically all the way down here. Is that there's not really any reason to be, you certainly don't want to be knife catching this right now. So until we get a little bit more settled, that's why I've gone back into kind of normal screen at the moment, just to kind of cover what we have at the moment in the market. Until we settle down again, I'm not interested in trading it from this kind of thing, because it's just not, you're not going to get anything reliable from this right now. So we'll wait for the conditions to settle down. Then it becomes a little bit nicer. Once you have these impulsive moves, then you start to put in a bit of a range and it becomes a bit easier. But I can imagine we've already had some liquidations. We've had some liquidations already. Oh, guys. Let's go back over onto here. Ollie's up 300% from the short. I'm not seeing you on here yet. We'll have to, I'll refresh. Let's have a look. How's the team getting on? I can't believe people liquidated already. Okay. Keshab, yeah. If SPX goes to fill in the whatever, the inefficiencies below, the imbalances below them, yeah, I think we could be set for quite a lot further downside on Bitcoin. So we do still have to be aware of that. Jesus, the liquidations right now are insane. I wonder how many people we've had liquidated in... Let's have a look. We'll look on this. Whoa. I did not want to click on that. I wanted to click on that. There we go. That's more like it. So liquidations in the past couple of hours. It's not actually that much. On the inverse anyway. The USDT pair is probably much higher. Let's have a look on the USDT pair. I don't think this is updated yet. Yeah, Kesha, I'd agree. It doesn't look like we've had quite enough liquidations for this just yet. That was actually surprising. It looks like a lot when you're just looking at it on the very low time frames, when you're looking at all of these coming down. But I mean, right now, what do we have going on? Are longs starting to pile back in? Yes, they are. You don't even have like yeah, to me this certainly doesn't look like we're done yet on the down move. We probably start to settle because we are fairly soon. Yeah, we're like what 5 minutes away from the initial balance being in. It's mad. We've done an hour of trading and it's just crazy how far we've come down. So local bearish CVD, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yes, we do already have that. So I still think we're very likely going lower. I think at this stage that's kind of inevitable. And then things should just start to settle down a little bit. So what I'd be looking for now is any SFPs of these lows, create a bit of excess down at these lows, be able to scalp into some long positions potentially, but we've got to just see how the SPX goes, because that again, you failed there on SFP. It did come back into daily open on the SPX. It's been rejected. That's still in a downtrend on the day. You want to see these longs getting stopped. A nice drop off in open interest. And then we can be looking for those longs. We're still not quite low enough. Cool. Anyway, I think I am going to wrap it up there. Thank you everybody for watching. That was kind of crazy. I wasn't quite expecting this much volatility. Well, I was expecting volatility throughout today. I wasn't quite expecting that. I shouldn't have done the test trade, that's for certain, and I shouldn't have closed the short before I started the stream. However, we are here. We have survived. We have survived the initial carnage. A lot of people have not survived the initial carnage. I have seen quite a few liquidations on a bunch of teams from this move down. So yeah, hopefully that wasn't anyone that did get caught trying to long earlier on. It's just these impulsive conditions are just kind of crazy. Allow them to settle down. Things will become much easier to trade. Two main levels that for myself that I am looking at. We're quite likely to get some kind of reaction around this 20,500 level. That is the main thing that I'm looking at right now. If we do lose that at this stage, if we're looking at that, look at the point of control for this entire move. I mean, if you do bring this over here, then this did move over. But the POC, a massive high volume node, there is definite interest around this 2,500, 2,400 region. We do have the MPOC within that region. You got the golden pocket, and you've got the range point of control. If we were at that stage to lose that, so if we do not get some kind of reaction from there that brings us back up a little bit, then ultimately I'm going to be looking down here at 19k. I really don't think there's much in between. We do have previous week lows. If we can come down here, take those out, get some kind of SFP of that, fair enough. But ultimately, the main confluence that you have if we are to go lower is, yeah, going to be that 19,500 reasonable. You could be looking for an SFP off of that. 19k more likely. That's where you have your daily level. That's where these further inefficiencies are to the downside. You don't really want to be closing anything within that region, but if we do get some wicks down into there, then that's okay for me. But we'll see. We will see how things go. We're very, very close to higher time frame, nicer kind of swing trade kind of areas on this. We have taken out all of these stops from last week. So yeah, I think it's okay right now. Also, let me have a look at this, because I think we've probably just about come into... We may have just hit that. Where's the 1-to-1? So if we go to high, low, high, we did hit the 1-to-1. So that's going to help us slow down a little bit. So we have had this ABCD. So if we do just look at... There's your A, B, coming into the 618, which we did earlier. We actually just overshot that, didn't we? And then you got your 1.618 down here. So this is the kind of thing that we're looking at right now. And then we can expect some kind of corrective move back further up. So, yeah. Cool. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Big Dave, it is not too late to join the competition. There is still time. So if you would like to join, let me... So there is a few days remaining. So if anyone has been liquidated, it's not too late to set up a new account. You can still do that. So in order to set up a new account, in order to take part in the competition, let me just post these two links here. very quickly. So if you would like to take part in the World Series of Trading, or if you have been liquidated and would like to take part once again in the World Series of Trading, then you can use this link that I've just pinned to the chat. That will give you 100% off of maker and 10% off of taker fees. Okay, so if you want, fees are a big thing when you're doing these kind of competition trades, trading things. Fees are, yeah, pretty major. So yeah, 100% off of maker and 10% off of taker fees. Once you have done that, then this is the link to join our team. So if we do just go over onto here, there. Wait, was that the right link? Yeah, that's the right link. So these are the two that you will need. There's the link to our team. We can have a little look. Let's see what the damage is so far to WSOT. And then I actually will end the stream. View details. And of course, if you are new to the channel, please do check out tauruscrypto.com, where you can learn much more about what we do and all of that kind of thing. So yeah, we do have a free Discord community. You can click on that. We do also have the Taurus crew. This is where we're doing our trading rooms and everything. So we will be doing regular trading rooms throughout the course of the competition. Much more sensible trading there than what we've been talking about so far. Let's just have a quick look at the WSOT. So how are people getting on? We got some decent people in here. Again, everyone's got a little bit of a head start on me. So I will come back. I will definitely be a part of the competition moving forward, but everyone's had a slight head start on me, which is good. So yeah, thank you everybody. I will see you all a little bit later on. Once we settle down into a bit of a rhythm with this and the volatility kind of calms down, I'll do much more of the actual like trading this live and just talking you through the strategy that I have for this. Right now is not the kind of conditions that I want to be using that strategy for, because I will get wrecked, because it's not how I am going to trade this is absolutely not for volatility, for high volatility, for very impulsive moves, for these big moves down, or these big moves up, because you're likely to get caught on the wrong side of things. But yeah, overall, a nice little start. We have some nice low prices to kick us off. So cool. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and I will see you all soon. Cheers. Bye.